My name is Charlie. This is Dynamite Cop. Let's go. This is one of my favorite Dreamcast games. No one knows about it aside from me. I own this for the Dreamcast, but we are playing it on an emulator right now. We are going to play Caribbean Pirates mode because I don't have any save files. We're going to play Gene Ivory. We're going to get it done. How is my audio doing? Okay, I think I'm tuned up here. How's everything else looking? I think it's looking alright. Alright, I don't know why you're watching this, but we're going to play. Why I like this game is because it's fast. It is at 60 frames per second right now, and I don't think it played much slower on Dreamcast. Also, it goes wild real quick. The original version of this game was. This is a sequel. I'm sorry. I'm just taking this all in. This is a sequel to Die Hard Arcade in the US or Dynamite Deca in Japan. This is Dynamite Deca 2. They got the Die Hard license very late in the game for the US, and they did not get it on the sequel. I like it because of the wild weapons. I love it because it's just fast. Things go off the rails real quick, which either in this screen or the next one, you're going to start seeing like bazookas, salt and pepper shakers, and just all sorts of wild stuff happening. So, and as your character loses energy, they lose their clothing. So it gets very erotic very quick. And here we go. We now have a Ninja Turtle. I believe we're saving the president's daughter, and this cruise ship was taken over. But I have great affection for Die Hard Arcade, which was the original version of this game. Playing it in the arcades, putting 50 cents in every time I died, which was often, and in 1999, 1997 money, that was quite a bit. And these games might be one of the first QTEs you saw, so that's pretty cool. And quickly taking over the industry after that. Whoa, and he's got some type of laser gun. There's no real strategy aside from just try to get a gun and crowd management. I was trying to combo her till I could get over some power-ups just in case the screen ended. One bummer is this is a screen-by-screen basis. You can see the the giant thing I did on him, which did about as much damage as hitting him with the beach chair. That might be a concerning gender thing there. I don't know. Or maybe it's progressive. I don't know. The 90s were a wild time. I do not believe this had a. I don't believe this had a U.S. arcade release, but it was a Dreamcast game. Asking someone to pay $50 for this is a lot, even for someone who paid like 20 for it as a used game. But Dreamcast had a lot of these games because that's what Sega was into. That were fun, but they weren't like enough to be a full console game. It's like it's a hyped up Genesis game. Oh, she's sealing herself in the back. So they got additional modes, but really the game does not have the depth. And you really saw that with like the arcade racing games. Like they made Sega Rally was beautiful. They had Daytona, all these games, and then like GTA came out and be like, or GTA, Gran Turismo came out and like this is what racing is now. Like you're half at your game with 6 tracks and 3 cars. It ain't cutting it anymore. Here's every single car you could think of. And then just Sega, just I mean, outside of their financial distress, the things that had an arcade backbone just weren't it anymore. Even though, not a racing guy, but a game of Sega Rally is probably better than a game of Gran Turismo, which is the best racing game ever. but it just didn't have the depth or the amount of stuff for the back of the box that the Gran Turismo did. And that's kind of how it was. It was more about stats on the back rather than like something you could pick up and play. There's this game site called, or game YouTube channel called Video Game Esoterica from Chicago, and he, oh, what are we hitting? I think kick, yeah. And he has a great affection for the Sega arcade games too. Just pick up and play, especially at this age. It was tough for me to put like a ton of time into an individual game, even though I played a ton. Like now, I can kind of really sit down and eat a game, but this game takes like a half hour from start to finish if you're doing well. Like it was right up my alley. Fast, so you could get a friend with. So I think the successor to this game was the Spike Out series, which I don't know if I've ever played. They have one for Xbox. I don't know what the state of Xbox emulation is. I believe I still own this is like one of the Dreamcast games I didn't sell. So I own this one, but Spike Out would have to be a emulator. I'll see what the state of emulation is. I don't think it's great for Xbox. Oh, there we go. How do I press start? There we go. I mapped my keys really quickly before this. So hopefully, I was hoping I had the start button mapped properly. I originally wanted to play Typing of the Dead, but I couldn't get the keyboard to register. So I'll keep working on that, because that game's probably hilarious. I've never played Typing of the Dead. I think I own Typing of the Dead Overkill, which was a typing version of the Wii game. Oh, what are we doing? Kick. If you fail one of these, then you just have to fight like a bunch of guys in that room. Uh-oh, she got the French roll. She's tearing him up. Like, there's an alternate future where these games stayed successful, and some days I want to live in that future where it was what it was. It didn't have to be everything. It didn't have to have everything. You could make a game and just have it be a game. And it was as successful or it wasn't. It wasn't like the entire company banked on like 3 games a year. Like you could see like 12 of these games coming out from a publisher a year, and that's cool. And some of them will be huge hits and get sequels, and some will be an interesting flop. And oh, I want the speed button. There we go. All right, let's see what I can. Sometimes you just want to run away and get a cool power up and fight him. Cake. Oh, give me a break. Oh. I think between the two, I might like Die Hard Arcade better, just because it sort of has the Die Hard sheen to it. The stuff gets maybe not quite as wacky as this, but it gets pretty wacky. You're throwing weird stuff at people, but this has the good stuff about it. Like it's fast. Like again, my frame rates are showing between 58 and 60. It's clean. Like it knew what the Dreamcast could do and it did it. I think this is up-resed, but it's like this is what it looked like on Dreamcast. It didn't bog down. It didn't do anything like that. Oh, my daughter's up, so she's probably gonna come down and talk to me. Uh-oh, big boys. What are we doing? It's a Steven Seagal looking chef here. Oh, he has that fake move where he. Oh, ooh. If you put too much space, he starts throwing stuff. So he's gonna throw something. Yep. Explosive carrots. Well, these guys have like where where they pretend to be hurt, and that's kind of funny. Like he's doing right now, and that just spins into an attack. Alexander, oh, the beast or the bear. Come on. Yep, still an arcade game. All right, we're gonna go one more. What hurts more, a carrot or a gunshot? I believe if you get a normal guy on the ground when you have the gun, you can handcuff him. Oh, give me a break. Alexander, don't be clebbing. A game that kind of took the vibe from this, even though it's a totally different type of game, is Dead Rising with their boss battles. Like, you'll fight a chef like this, but he'll get away from you and just start eating stuff in the kitchen to like gain his own health back. Just funny stuff. Like, I almost wish that game ran at 60 frames per second and just was like fast. Like if that was more of a brawler and less of a, I don't know even what that game is. It's a comedic action game like this. It's got wild weapons. It's kind of, I guess it's the evolution of this, but because it's throwing so much at the screen, it's slower. Like a version of Dead Rising that was just fast like this. Oh my god. Oh. Alright, come on. Ooh. Can't even penetrate him. Alright, we're gonna just get some weapons then. Sorry, Alexander. I threw. Oh. Get that. Okay. Pick up the grenades. Never mind. Uh-oh. I forgot. Okay, so that wasn't like a fail condition. That's just his plan, is to blow up his own boat. Ooh. You jerk. Nope. Ah. All right, last time. Actually, I think I have you have limited credits in this, so it's just going to tell me when I have official game over. I am closer to these guys than I would like. Got Skullmania right there. What's your deal? Black Widow. Pump them up. Yeah. I am wondering if Gran Turismo would be popular in the arcades. Like, a more natural, it's not brightly colored, it's just kind of low key and realistic. Would that be successful in the arcades? Put a Gran Turismo arcade next to a Sega Rally or I don't know what a Sony version of this game is. Would it be successful? Or is it like the Pepsi challenge where like Pepsi tastes better if you sip it, Coke is something you actually want to sit down and have a meal with? I don't know. I mean, Sony did not make arcade games. They used their Namco connection to get those types of games on there. And a lot of those Namco games came because they saw what Sega was doing. And it's like, oh my god, we gotta step it up, guys. Like, we can't do Pac-Man anymore. Oh, stop it. I just shot you. Well, she got an owie on her elbow. Here she comes. Let's go. Help me, man. You can't blow me up. Crushing it. All right. Just got, and those guys, his things are attached to his hands, so I can't get his guns out of there. Oh, that's how you take them out. Okay. Oh, really? I didn't even know you could miss with that. There we go. Get him up and shoot him. Get him up and shoot him. The throwing the gun is cool. I think more people should like throw guns during yeah, I'm never stopping. More people should throw guns during like movies and stuff. Like, don't reload, just throw the gun at them. That's that fake one. Yep, they did the old fake thing. I tried to get out of his way. I think my sounds are a little out of sync with the emulation here. What was funny is every time I plug this PS4 or PS5 controller in, it wants to use the mic from it, and it started playing the game music from it, so it looked sounded pretty rough. All right, next time I die, I'm done. Oh, this is usually where I die, because this guy's cheap. All right, get away, get away, get away, get away, get away, get away. Okay. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a plug! Hit him with the plug! Alright, we gotta get that. Nope, not what I wanted. The water gun works very effective on something that lives in the water. Yeah. Like, I don't know why they would choose this as a boss. I mean, it's funny, but it's, like, not fun to fight. And it knows that because it keeps throwing random stuff at you that you actually have to, like, not just muscle through. Alright, we're done. Thank you for watching. This was Dynamite Cop, Dynamite Deca 2, the sequel to Die Hard Arcade. I love the Dreamcast. This is one of my favorite games for it, just because it's so dumb. I would like to live in a world where the Dreamcast was traditionally successful and where this PlayStation was a failure. We'll look at this game over screen, and then I will stop recording and broadcasting. Game over. Thank you for your service.